Today is a great day. Today is the first day that I'm going to be recording with my new to me vintage Fender Bassman amp. And I purchased this on Reverb, I think January or February. And it came in, I plugged it in, and 30 seconds after I started playing, it quit. And I thought, oh my gosh, I just spent $1,000 on a vintage amp and I blew something. I blew the vintage transformers, I blew something. So I took it to Nashville Amplifier, which is the place to go as far as I'm concerned for amps here in Nashville. I took it there as well as the late 60s Silverface Fender Twin that I got, but no master volume. So it's, I think 80 watts. So even though it's not a blackface, it's very close to the blackface design. Once you get to the master volume, like they got into the early 70s, they really started changing those and they boosted the wattage. I think they already got up to almost 200 watts on them. Those are not so desirable as the ones that are blackface or early silverface. Anyway, rabbit trail there. I went and took it to them and they said, okay, great, but we're backed up. We'll look at it in 12 weeks. That's 3 months. So finally, 3 months later, they called me and they said, well, we found out what's wrong with it. The reason it cut out is it was a simple, the 1/4-inch jack that goes to the speakers was faulty. So whew, that was a big relief. They found a few things to work on. They'd repaired some things, updated a few resistors. They told me that as far as 50s, it's a 58 based on the serial number, which is the amp to get. It's a vintage amp. Leo, the magic was there. Jensen speakers has Jensen speakers, vintage Jensen speakers that have been reconed. And the guy said, man, this is one of the better versions that I've seen of a vintage. You know, they're really excited about this particular model, this particular one that I got. And I'm like, wow, God's grace was on me when I got this because I just bought it on Reverb, even though I had to wait like over 3 months. And then I called them like a month later on another amp, my solid state Yamaha amp I use for my monitoring. And the guy actually mentioned it again. He said, yeah, how's that Bassman treating you? That's a phenomenal example of a vintage Bassman. So I'm like, wow. So I've never played through a vintage Bassman before, so I have no idea. And today's the day I'm going to record with my vintage Bassman. So I've set it up. So here's my Bassman. I've got my normal setup, Royer R121, ribbon mic, and a Shure 57 along with it. And then I 2 different channels, and I've got it set up. I'm in the normal channel, input number 1, because they're single coils, and there also is a bright input there, and I didn't go with that, so I'm put everything, all the controls pretty much on 5. I don't know what else to do there. There's a pick laying there, and so I'm going to be recording the rhythm tracks using my Strat Plus, my 97 Strat Plus, to lay down the tracks. You'll be able to hear it in a second. So here's the Anyway, I'm sure the microphone on this iPhone doesn't give it justice, but man, it sounds amazing here. Can't wait to put the song out that I'm working on, which is, I can't help myself. It'll be the rhythm tracks, or the rhythm tracks for the verses, because I've already recorded the chorus guitar parts. So that's all for now. Have a great weekend. Hey everybody, this is Tim Wolf. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please go to the link down below in the description. There's a Bitly link. Listen to my music at Spotify. I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to an artist if you follow them. If you would be kind enough to like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Finally, be sure to subscribe. And then also there are other videos on this screen that you can watch. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.